Hey guys, Matt with CJ Off-Road here. Today I wanted to kind of make a fun video comparing my 2020 Gladiator Rubicon to our 2020 Gladiator Overland that's owned here by CJ Off-Road. Now obviously these two are very different, and just by standing next to them, I can see that the height difference is one of the first and most noticeable things. Our Gladiator Overland is lifted 6 inches from some help from rough country, while our Rubicon does have that factory 1.5 inch lift with the Rubicon Fox shocks. But this comparison really is crazy. You know, I'm getting into this one, and buying it stocked really gives me an opportunity to see how high I want to make it and just how big I really want to get this thing. Having our 2020 Overland here, this thing is a monster and is really huge. So today we're going to go through and kind of talk about some of the different features and the benefits of each one, and kind of talk about some of my build plans for my Rubicon and see how far I'm going to take it. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss this one. Alright guys, so obviously the first difference, like I just mentioned, is going to be the lift. Now this one has a rough country 6-inch suspension system on there with their shocks, springs, and basically the entire setup. This kit even came with a brand new front drive shaft to allow for more droopage and more articulation. Now on mine, you are going to gain the advantage of being lower to the ground and getting better fuel economy, as well as when you're overlanding, you're going to get a much smoother ride from a stock suspension versus an aftermarket. I still got to tell you guys what, the rough country suspension is very smooth on the highway and on the trail. We've had the opportunity to drive this on both, and it does perform really great. Now moving on to the next thing, the other thing you're going to notice is going to be the front bumpers on these. Now unfortunately with my Rubicon, it didn't come with a Rubicon steel 3-piece bumper, but that's okay because we do like to modify them here. Now on this, we've also stuck with rough country, and we've added on their mid-width front bumper with the bar on the top, and this comes with all built-in LEDs that are pre-wired and ready to go. Now we wired them up to our aux switches, and these all can come on, and they're extremely bright. Next thing up to bat is going to be a winch in there, but we've already got the D-rings as well as some great recovery hooks. The last thing that we have to compare to is going to be the fender flares on these. Now while they both have the LED lights and complete the daytime running lights, these are going to be the standard Overland flares, which are not raised at all. On my Rubicon, these are picked up about 2 inches. So right here is where you can really see that difference. Where you have the hood latch, there's only a small little indent there for it, and this top of the flare is not matched up. It's about 1.5 inches, 2 inches lower than this hood line. So now the Rubicon, you can obviously see that huge indent here. It goes on about 3 inches out, and then this line is just about flat with the bottom of the hood. So you can see that that's picked up a lot. Definitely going to give you some added clearance. Plus, I like it because they're both color matched. These color match ones look really great on that firecracker red. But obviously, here's the big difference. You can see that cutout. You're picking it up about 2 inches. Give you guys some extra clearance for those wheels and tires. So onto the side of our Gladiator Overland, you can see that we have upgraded to 37s, larger wheels and tires on there. Pick those up right here at CJ's. Of course, we've got them mounted and balanced and threw them on there. And they look great. Plus, they lift the stance up and give us some higher articulation and some better off-road traction. Now onto the side, we did add a set of these N-FAB tube steps. That really helps our passengers get in and out with that 6-inch kit and the 37s on here. This thing is really tall, so being able to grab some tube steps and throw them on there, it's a lot better than the Rubicon, which only comes with rock sliders. But the Rubicon is purpose-built just to be rock crawled. This thing is going to be more of a daily and be able to get in and out. I'll tell you what guys, I will probably add a set of steps, kind of like this. I like the more flat step that comes straight out onto the Rubicon. That way when I decide to lift it, I can get in and out of it a little bit easier. Now we'll move on to the back, and we'll talk about the bed because there is a few differences on both the bed rack versus my Jeep, as well as underneath some protection, so let's go on to that. Moving on to the bed of the Gladiator, that's really where you're going to see the most advantage of having a brand new Jeep Gladiator. We decided to add on the PUTCO VentureTEC rack onto the back of our company Gladiator with some rotopacks and their side panels. Now what this is going to allow us to do is mount a rooftop tent up there, as well as pretty much enclose everything in the bed from the elements and be able to store everything in there nice and tight. Now on mine, I do just have the factory 3-piece tonneau cover, which I plan on changing up a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. I do have an off-road trailer, so I don't need to use my bed so much as a rooftop tent carrier and to hold everything I need, because I have an off-road trailer that I can just simply hook up and tow to wherever I need to go. And then down here, we don't have any side protection for the bottom of this body panel, which these are actually pretty flimsy here. Onto the bumper as well, you can see just by me moving these are plastic on the Overland, whereas the Rubicon, you do get a steel rear bumper that has some plastic pieces incorporated. We've got a hitch on both of them, but on mine, the Rubicon, you do get 2 tow hooks, and they're both red, so you get a little bonus or brownie points for having red tow hooks on the back, I guess. You get 2 on the Rubicon, 1 on this one. Overall though, they're really similar in the rear. We both got the LED taillights, LED third brake light, but the biggest difference is that rack, and obviously the overall bed height of this. You can see pretty high. So right here you can see you have that underbody protection, and this thing is really strong, really beefy, and I like the way that it looks there. It really tucks it up nice. It gives you some added protection there. Plus you've got your steel bumper here, which is really cool too. To have a nice steel bumper, and I love the way the factory bumpers look. Moving on, you see we got the flares, Rubicon flares. They jut out instead of flush mounted into there. Then we do have the Mopar 3-piece tonneau cover on here that came right from the factory. Not gonna say we've had some crazy rain here the past few days. This thing is really watertight. I was impressed. I left a couple things in the back just to see what it would do. And I only had a couple drops inside there from some torrential downpours. So props to Mopar for making a nice 3-piece folding top. It actually holds the water out of there really well. Well guys, I hope that was a good comparison between the two of them. I really wanted to just show the height difference of both of these. It was really crazy when I pulled in this morning next to them, and I thought it'd be a good video to show both of them and really showcase some of the benefits of each of them. Now, as far as my build goes, what I plan on doing is putting about a 2.5 to 3.5 inch lift kit on it and running 37s. Now, I'm gonna be overlanding on mine, so I really want it to be riding on the road as smooth as it does on the trail, but I'm not gonna be doing any sort of crazy rock crawling, which this thing can definitely handle. Now, I like the front bumper on this Jeep. However, I'm gonna get one that's more lightweight. This one is a really heavy duty crawler bumper that you can bash on some things. Basically for mine, what I needed to do is hold a winch and be extremely durable holding the winch, and then the rest of it can be more stamped steel. So I wanna go for that Rubicon style look. Who knows, I might even buy the 3-piece Rubicon bumper and throw it on here. You have to definitely wait and stay tuned. Now, I hope this gives you guys some ideas on what you can do with your Gladiator, or if you don't have a Gladiator, just checking out two of these and really seeing what the benefits and pros and cons of them both are. Now, until next time, guys, we'll be building both of these simultaneously on our page, so make sure you like and subscribe, and definitely give us a huge thumbs up on this video. Drop a comment below and let me know what you guys think we should do to either of these. And until next time, guys, I'll see you out on the trail in this one, and out in Overland in that one.